say, think you're pretty in the face, and be Haiti say, ay. Today, we have a chicken salad.
I better come up here and get one of these.
What's that?
It's a chicken salad.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't it look so good?
Amen.
Let's get into this video.
I had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said, say it again, and he did. And right hook sent him down.
He hit him, and he fell. He hit him? Yeah.
This is Corey Ellis Pujols, a 27-year-old Dunkin' Donuts manager with no criminal record. He just landed a deadly blow on a 77-year-old man, and that singular act was just enough to ruin his clean records, claim the life of a man, and earn him significant charges. On May 4th, 2021, just after 1:30 p.m., Tampa police were called to a Dunkin' Donuts inside a Circle K in the Palm River area of Tampa. When officers arrived, medics were already treating the victim, 77-year-old Vanell Cook, who was unconscious and bleeding from the head.
I came in from the truck. You can see I have an altercation with one of the employees. And I guess it spilled, and I ran in here. He was. My year was here, Denver Street, Tampa, Florida, 33619.
Hey, I don't know what happened. I was there. He was under there. Don't check again. He was his face and he came down.
Which kid? He has heart problems. He's 100% disabled. Disabled veteran. Disabled veteran. He's got allergies. He's seen allergy test.
Almost immediately, Corey Pujols approached the officers and told them he was the man they were looking for. Calm and cooperative, he explained exactly what happened.
So first and foremost, let me just say my name is Corey Ellis Pujols. I am the guy you were looking for in regards to this situation. The long and short of it is that here obviously at Dunkin', he's a regular. He normally comes through here and orders a large hot coffee. But today, maybe he's having a rough day or something, and he decided to be extremely profound at the mouth. And I asked him respectfully on the microphone, could you please not use that kind of language, obviously with me and my employees. And as well as that, and he said no, and then he came around to the window. He kept going at the window. And then I guess he was going to come inside, so I came inside. I came on this side to let him know. He asked for the manager. Our current store manager is off already. She worked morning shift, and she's currently otherwise here. So I would be for the senior shift. I've been here a little bit longer than he has, so I was reserving responsibility for that. In any case, I came out to let him know. I said, listen, sir, with the profanity that you use, I would highly recommend that you go on about your business. We don't want to serve you any coffee today. Maybe you can try again another day, but you have clearly upset the atmosphere here, and we would like for you to go on about your business. I asked him to do that repetitively. It's all on camera. As I mentioned, he came inside, and when he came inside, he addressed me, and he was looking. I said, hey, listen, the manager's not here right now. I'll give you the manager's store number and all that good stuff. And he didn't want it, and I said, sir, well, can you please go on about your business again and have a good day? He said, no, you're a nigger. And then I said, and I'm sorry, I had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said, say it again, and he did. Right hook sent him down.
Respectfully.
Because he said something you don't like.
I very well.
I'm just telling you, brother.
No, I agree. Believe me. I'm terrified right now, but I agree with what you're saying. You shouldn't. I have had a fit of racism since I've only been here about 2 months, and I've dealt with so much of it. And I'm not saying that is a reason to do it. I'm not.
I got people that say a bunch of hateful and horrible stuff to me every single day. For the past 16 years, I let it go in one ear and out the other. It ain't gonna hurt you. This will get you in trouble. Not gonna get you arrested, but I mean, dude, you hit him and he fell down.
Yeah, and he hit his head pretty good.
And he should have never said what he said. But guess what? That's the country we live in. You say what you want to say.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, like you're saying, dude, get the freak out.
Yeah. Slipped and fall, pushed and fell.
Right hook and fell. My apologies for the
He was hit and he fell down.
Keep down. I don't this other. You hit him. You punched him in his back.
I'm not one to run from what I've done.
No, you're fine.
And again, he's a regular, so I honestly
He's hella
feel like
calm.
this situation.
All right, no worries. Some of you guys have to go out.
Yes, sir. You too. Take it easy.
Howdy. Gentleman came in, was being very rude to this gentleman, which is the on-duty manager.
Acting manager for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Said some few expletives, and he hit him, and he fell.
He hit him?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get his information yet or no?
I have not. I just came in.
That's his grandson that's with him, though.
Okay.
That is his grandson.
I was just talking with him. Yeah. You want to grab his 43?
I have.
Video of it?
We do have surveillance. However, when the boss leaves, she locks the.
That's fine.
Yeah, she locks the.
So here's the reality of what could happen.
Yeah.
If you charge a battery, yeah, you could be charging battery.
Right.
You know, that's after we speak with him and see what's going on.
I'm aware. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get on to you, man.
Yeah. No.
You can't let, and I'm telling you from here on out, you can't let what somebody says anger you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I deal with it and I let it go on. I mean, people say nasty and hateful stuff to him and I just
believe
because we
me,
do our job.
I know.
For no reason.
I know it.
You're going to have people like that throughout your life. You just got to let it go in one ear and right out the other. And just realize that he's going to leave and be on his way and you're going to still be here working.
Right.
You know?
Respectfully, as a white person,
Stuff and everything like that. Just do what you got to do, bro. I'll be in here in a minute.
I feel like you can't say nothing regarding stuff like that. Like, you have no idea how it feels to be called that.
He became agitated, began yelling, and was told to leave without being served. Instead, he parked and walked inside. A Dunkin' employee who dealt with Cook at the drive-thru told officers the same story Pujols did.
So basically, he was just being, outright rude when your card is going through. But he was just being
For what reason?
Verbal. I asked him if he wanted iced or hot coffee. He instantly was like, likes cold coffee. He was like, who the fuck likes cold coffee? I always ask the same. Y'all always get it wrong. I'm like, okay, sir, we cannot hear and identify you at the window. I mean,
So he got mad because you asked him if he wanted ice or hot coffee.
Yeah. Instantly, off rip, he was already mad. Instantly, he was just,
Sure.
above level. So, he was being very verbal. Didn't want to listen to what we were saying. So, Corey was like, he got on the mic because I've only been here for like just 3 weeks.
Sure.
But,
He's dedicated to the shit because I'm not going to be working and talking to him at the same time. He can't even keep a train of thought.
Okay, so yeah, he was being really verbal for absolute no reason. So, Corey got on the mic because, he's the veteran here, the more experienced person.
Sure.
So, he took over the mic and was like, can you not talk to the customer? Like that. And he wouldn't listen. So he said, okay, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to take your order today. We're going to act politely after you leave. Came up here, we had a verbal, like, can you leave? We're not going to take your order. He came up to the front and was right there.
So even after y'all asked him to leave,
He kept on coming.
came, he parked, and when you say up there, up at the front counter.
Yeah, he came to the car. So we knew Corey was gonna. So me and Corey went up there to wait and tell him to leave again. He didn't want to listen again, so we asked him to leave multiple times, and that's when he called Corey the N-word, and it escalated from there.
What did you see happening from there?
From what I seen is I heard him telling Corey told me to call the cops off rip. So I was calling the cops, I was calling my manager, I was calling everybody. And the dude he kept on being violent, very rude. So
When you say violent, like physically violent,
no,
or
not
just verbally?
physically. I don't think he physically touched Corey, but mentally, trying to get into Corey's mind.
Sure.
Mess with him and around with his head. So then Corey, he was like, okay, we're gonna ask you one more time. We're gonna either, you're gonna leave or we're gonna call the cops. I was already calling the cops. So he didn't want to leave. He was like, there's a bunch of niggas, this, that, and third, your nicknames. Corey was like, one more time, and he called him another nigga, and that's what happened. I was right here, and I was on the phone with my manager and the police officer. officers at that time. Oh wait, yeah, police officer at that time, and that's what happened.
So what happened after that? After he said that?
Where he punched him on the floor and punched him on the phone.
Okay. And you were standing like
right around here on the
okay.
phone.
Okay. Is he? And of course, he's a normally regular. He comes through
He
here.
comes here a lot, and he's very, like verbal. Like I guess he doesn't know how to, be respectful. So
well, normal people know how to be respectful, and choose not to be.
He wasn't being respectful.
Yeah, I mean it's horrible.
Yeah, so he does this a lot. I've had multiple times where I've had to go through it. He gets mad because we don't know his order, but we don't know your order because we cannot physically see your face.
Sure. Hello, manager?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to A, I got a thumb drive, or B, if we're able to get the video, can you email it? What's the better for you?
I'll have it emailed to you.
Okay.
I'll have my law prevention guy
Okay.
send it to you.
Let me go out and
Give me an email address.
yes, sir.
I'll call him now, as a matter of fact, to go ahead and get him to do it.
Okay.
Police requested the store's surveillance footage, and it told the exact story the two employees told. Instead of leaving the property as the employees requested, Vanell Cook parked his car and walked inside the store. Seeing this, Corey Pujols, the on-duty manager, immediately told a coworker to call the police. Cook approached the service counter and continued arguing. Pujols stayed on the opposite side, separated by a waist-high swinging door, and repeatedly told Cook to leave the store. During the confrontation, Cook used a racial slur, calling Pujols the N-word. At that point, Pujols stepped through the swinging door, moving closer but keeping his hands at his sides. He warned Cook not to say the word again. Cook repeated the slur. In response, Pujols threw a single punch to Cook's jaw. Cook fell backward, struck his head on the concrete floor, and lost consciousness. Pujols then walked away as emergency services were already being called. The victim, Vanell Cook, was later revealed to be a registered sex offender with a long criminal history involving child exploitation. Prosecutors would later describe him as an unsympathetic victim, but legally, none of that justified the punch. The officers eventually did what they had to do.
Okay. Is Cook getting locked up? Because Cook needs to be behind bars, okay?
They told me what happened. I feel for you 100% right now. What's happening outside here is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. And I understand your anger and your level of frustration, but I would be pissed too. And this is one of those things that there's one thing that's steering us right now, and it's the level of pain. He's in critical condition right now. It's not looking good. He has his brain swelling right now. He's unconscious and everything. So I'm going to pray for you and for him that he recovers. If he recovers and he's okay, this is not big deal. So you hear what I'm saying? It's the level of injury. Had he not been this injured, there's a lot of things he could have done. Because like I said, nobody here is okay with what that guy said. And none of us would know at all, And he deserves to put his place for that. But because of how seriously he's injured, we have no choice. I want you to understand that. Everybody here agrees that what he done, he was wrong. What he said he was wrong. He has no choice. Because of how he was like I said, he's not going to so I'm going to pray for you and for him that he recovers, that will hopefully go away. But for the time being, you're going to be charged 1 count of battery on the elderly male, which is over 65 years of age. You'll have a bond, so it's not going to be too high. You're going to bond out tonight at some point. And then we'll just pray all of us. This guy recovers and everything will work itself out. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything you have that you want somebody to say here?
Yes, please. I'm his mom.
That's fine. Mom, you want to step over here and we grab all this stuff?
Like I said, he'll get a bond, hopefully as fast as possible so he can get out and be done with it. But I mean, I called the state attorney's office, I spoke to all of our supervision, and it's just unfortunate, I wish the guy had a black eye so we could all say, hey, watch your mouth,
Old people be falling so dramatically, like.
Brother, what the detective was saying, we 100% agree. But when his head hit hard and everything, when they brought him out here, he was unconscious.
Yeah.
And then while he's up there, he's not doing good right now. He could get better, okay? So you go down, we'll tell Mom. It's just a hope, brother, that he gets better. Okay? I know that was not your intent.
It was not.
It wasn't. I know that. You told me that right off the bat, man.
Hey, he told him to leave
It
mad
would've been
time.
different if it was
I feel so bad for him.
It should be, I think, $1,000 bond or $100 to a bondsman. She can come down and bond you out. And I'm sorry about this.
I'm sorry because I still think, no matter what anybody thinks of me, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't. I agree with everybody.
Let me turn the air on for you. Let me talk to Mom real quick. Okay.
3 days later, on May 7th, 2021, Cook died from a skull fracture and brain contusions. Pujols was rearrested and charged with aggravated manslaughter of an elderly adult, facing up to 30 years in prison.
30?
2022, prosecutors made a controversial decision. They reduced the charge to felony battery. Pujols was sentenced to 2 years house arrest,
Okay.
3 years probation,
Okay.
hours community service, mandatory anger management, and no prison time. Prosecutors cited key factors such as Pujols' clean record, the victim's aggression and racial
I'm sorry,
and
R.I.P., but
uncertainty under Florida's standard.
Yo, to go out that way is crazy. Like,
Made him an unsympathetic victim. The other's clean record spared him a prison cell. But in the end, a single punch thrown in anger ended a life.
I could not, bro. Like, what? Imagine losing your life off a single punch. You woke up dead. Like, that's a sad way to go out. Not sad like, oh, I feel bad for him, but sad like, there's multiple other ways you could have went. Like, you already made it to 70-something. To go out this way is crazy. All right, we're gonna watch one more.
When on June 20th, 2018, Cleveland Police Department received reports of several gunshots near Highland Hills. Responding officers rushed to the scene, which, unbeknownst to them, slowly unfolded into one of the most tragic cases the city had ever seen.
Get people back. She shot in the head. They shot my baby. I don't know these kids who shooting. Get these covers out of here. Anybody see what happened? I was I gotta get my boy. I gotta get my boy. Nobody saw what happened.
The victim of the shooting, Sanaya Nicholson, who was tragically only 9 years old,
Nobody saw what happened.
while sitting in the back of her mother's car. While EMS also arrived on site, the severity of the circumstances left little room for help.
R.I.P. Shania. There's too many people around for nobody to have seen what happened.
Sanaya Nicholson was rushed to the hospital. However, the injuries proved too severe, and she was pronounced dead that same evening at only 9 years of age. At the scene of the shooting, officers cleared the site and began asking witnesses about the exact sequence of events, trying to understand what led to the brutal killing. What investigators quickly learned was that, shockingly, multiple people were involved in the shooting, and as more evidence was uncovered, officers arrested multiple suspects, including 17-year-old Bruin Harrison and 18-year-old Aaron George, to the Cleveland Police Department for questioning.
Last week, a 9-year-old girl got killed in our city.
Why he look like Little Yachty?
And we know that you were involved. We're sort of giving you this opportunity now to sort of come clean, tell us what the motivation was, how you found yourself in that predicament.
Not the motivation.
Me personally, there's no explaining for me, because my intent wasn't, you feel me, like anything that went on. Now, how I found myself, you feel me, wherever, whenever, it's just because, like,
You want.
On June 20th, what are you doing?
What was June 20th?
It's a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
He irritating
What
me.
time? Probably at work.
Were you with CJ that day? And then
Like, why you got an attitude?
I think so.
In car.
In a car? I do remember getting in the car.
Aaron George went through the timeline of the day of the shooting, explaining that in the early afternoon, he was picked up by his friend CJ and someone called Devonte, who brought his brother Bruin along. Two people Aaron didn't really know at that time.
You know what time of day it is at this time?
Like, early, I think probably like 12.
Oh, it's like early afternoon?
Yeah. Okay. Because we was with each other for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And where do you guys go from there?
I mean,
They said, okay, yep, timeline matching. Yeah.
We kept on going to the gas station, back and forth to the gas station. We could be walking. I went up there to the court. We hoop in the K. It's a court back there. And then around about like, I want to say like what? Probably not even that late. Probably like 3, 4-ish. We start riding back out. You feel me? Riding back around.
Okay. And where do you go?
We was trying to go to Lorraine. You feel me? But ain't nobody had no gas money. So long story short, we get to riding around. We rode around and we stopped. Like the car shut off on it. Didn't nobody in the car have no more money. You feel me? We had spent it up on weed and miles and shells and stuff.
Miles and shells.
Stopped and the car stopped on Lee and Harvard.
Right as the group arrived at a gas station, they got into an argument, primarily because they had run out of gas and nobody had any money to buy fuel. The group split up, as CJ and the driver, Devonte, went to get some money, leaving both Aaron and Bruin alone, which led to another argument because Aaron didn't want to be left alone with someone he considered a stranger.
I get mad at 2 people. CJ left me to hang with somebody I didn't even know. You feel me? But CJ being CJ, if he your brother, he my brother, you feel me? Because I rock with you.
He should take care of you.
Exactly. We should be rocking with each other. So basically, I'm up there at the gas station, and they just said like, yeah, we finna go and get some money, you feel me, from around the corner at my sister's house. It was just us 2. I'm like, bro, I'm just about to stand up here and beg for change.
Us 2 being, who's the other person?
The dude I didn't know. He was like, bro, we can just walk around and do that. I'm like, alright, bet.
Aaron and Bruin, who had both become increasingly impatient, started going around the street asking strangers for money to get the car running again.
Hey, man.
During that time, they coincidentally ran into CJ and Devonte, who had just returned with not only no money for fuel, but also even more trouble.
And then out of nowhere, like, they salty. They mad, so I get mad because CJ mad. You feel me? I'm thinking like he just got beat up, you feel me?
Is that what he said or what?
No, he didn't. He just came back like, bro, you feel me? You feel me? Like he just going off, you feel me? So I'm like, bro, what just happened? Hold on. What just happened? So he talking about, yeah, playing crazy, da. So I'm like, bro, I'm about to call my dad. They said you don't have no phone. I'm like, alright, bet. I'm about to walk with y'all until I find a phone so I can call my dad, and I'm about to leave. They're like, bro, you ain't gonna ride with me.
Where do y'all get this car from?
They basically saying like, is you gonna fight with me? And I just
no
said,
phone, no gas money, no money at all.
Where they at? You feel me? Like,
whose car is
Aaron
this?
claims that although he initially
Nobody got a
intended
phone.
to go back home, the
It's
group coerced
2018.
him to stay and look for the other group with whom CJ and the driver had gotten into an argument earlier.
I remember going to the Taco Bell with the dark skinned dude. Then we walked back down the street. Then dudes just get to looking. I'm looking at them looking at us, you feel me? So I'm like, bro, who is these? Is these the dudes that you got problem with? They looking at me like, or they looking at us suspicious, you feel me? Like, I'm thinking they about to get the shoe and they can do whatever.
As Aaron, Bruin, CJ and Devonte, the driver, walked back toward the gas station, they ran into the group with whom they earlier had an altercation, which in turn unfolded into another argument. Interestingly, investigators later learned that around this time in the interrogation, Aaron started to leave out crucial details, such as that before the confrontation, they had been kicked out of a Taco Bell by security, where they had seen some members of the other group inside the restaurant.
So, the dude I didn't know, he pulled something out, you feel me? Like, bro, we ain't worried about that. That's when I noticed, you feel me?
Oh, what else?
That's when I noticed.
A gun?
CJ had a gun. So I'm like, bro, I've been with you before we even got with these people. Why wouldn't you tell me you had a gun, bro? I just got out of jail. You feel me? Like, I got a job. If I get caught with you, they already know what's up with me. Because I went down for aggravated robbery. They not playing with that. So he get to talking about, oh yeah, you a bitch, da-da-da. You already know this type of life I get into and all this other shit. We get into that little argument like that. So now they see, the dudes at the corner see me and CJ like we're going back and forth like we about to fight. So they get to laughing. So I turn back around. I'm like, bro, CJ, bro, you feel me? Come on, you feel me? And there's a lot of people out here. It's daylight. I'm basically just telling him like, bro, don't try to shoot him. You feel me? So he was like, all right, bet, come on. So everybody listening. So long story short, I got $2 in my pocket. I put the $2 in the gas can that he had, like a spare gas can he had in the truck. So I put the $2 in the gas pump, and then now the dudes was standing right there. He's still mad, but I know CJ, I can calm him down sometimes, you feel me? So I'm like, somebody, you feel me? We out, you feel me? I'm about to go wake my dad up, we about to go get some more weed, you feel me? Like some alright bet. But pull this way, pull this way. So I'm like, bro, they down there. The dude ain't even listen to me. Okay. The dude that was driving didn't even listen to me.
Is it the same guy that was driving?
That was the same exact one. The dude didn't even listen to me. So that's when everything just started, you feel me, clicking in my mind.
All I'm thinking about right now is that little girl died.
Say that he not gonna shoot me.
Okay.
I don't know these people. Only my life was in CJ hands for real.
Okay, go ahead.
So we pulled out the gas station and he just got the fire.
At approximately 7:15 p.m, the driver, Devontae, followed CJ's instructions and drove onto Lee Road, heading in the same direction where, minutes earlier, they had the confrontation with the other group.
My brother was like, what the fuck is you doing? I was driving, like, what you mean?
So your brother didn't even know what was going on either?
It just happened so fast.
Although both Aaron and Bruin claimed that this in itself was an unexpected manoeuvre, investigators concluded that the group directly provoked an escalation by first searching for the other group and, upon finding them, getting into another argument, flashing their weapons and leaving, but only for a moment before eventually seeking revenge.
Did he say anything before he shot?
Not to me. I don't even think he said anything to nobody in the car. Only thing I remember is ducking down. The bullet almost went towards my head.
How many times did he shoot, do you know?
After two shots, I'm like, but stop! I did like this through the back. My fault. I did like this through the back seat, bro.
No, don't tell him relax, because that's how y'all getting the truth. He has to feel the same emotions he felt in that moment.
And then when I looked over, the window that got busted out, it's a bullet right here, it went past, and I just ducked down. The only time I said something to them after that, I'm like, bro, call my dad, bro. I've probably been shot, my adrenaline running.
Detectives concluded that although Bruin also carried a weapon, CJ was the only person in the car who fired at the other group. As the car rolled up on them, more than 24 shots were fired between groups.
What?
With one stray bullet hitting a car parked down the street in front of a gym, where 9-year-old Sanaya Nicholson was inside, waiting for her older brother to be picked up from boxing practice by her mother. In the midst of this, the stray bullet tragically struck Sanaya in the head. At just 9 years of age, she lost her life as a result of the unfortunate circumstances.
So then after that, what did you guys do?
I left. I told them, I'm like, bro, I'm going to Garfield, bro. Drop me off.
Okay, so they drop you off.
But they don't drop me off at the house. Yeah, they don't drop me off at my house. They drop me off on Wood Hill, 79th.
Contrary to Aaron's claims that he was simply dropped off, security camera footage captured the group approximately 15 minutes after the shooting, driving up to Holton Avenue, where they agreed to get rid of the car.
Whose idea is it to go to Holton?
Where did they get this car from?
CJ's idea. So all four of you guys, your brother, CJ, you, and this other guy, rolled down to Holton.
50 minutes later, they were caught again on camera, arriving on the same street, but this time in a different car.
Like, y'all are just stealing cars?
Evidence. And then about a 9-year-old girl, bro.
You see it on the news, didn't you?
I didn't see nothing. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
You've been all over the news, all over the media, social
media. I got an Instagram. I never once seen nothing about no 9-year-old girl. Listen, sir.
R.I.P. Shania.
I really don't know how to feel right now, man. I know my life could be over with.
Nobody cares.
You could be the last person I'm looking at.
Nobody cares how you feel.
On the outside. Me knowing what I came here for, I already know what I was going to have to do. I already knew what I was going to have to tell y'all. But I already know ain't nobody going to spare me, though. It's just, I'm going to go down as another statistic. A dude that ain't the wrong place, wrong time.
You're looking for me to tell you something.
No, not about
good.
Today. I mean,
and it ain't good for you right now. But what you've done has been good. Because we're not changing that charge. That's what you're going to be charged with. Is that charge? Could that charge be changed or amended? They can be. If what you say is true and how things played out.
Right, that's all I want to know. That could be my last question. Like,
Right.
even if what I do say is true, like, what you think gonna happen? I could still get life.
My life is
over, man.
Oh, it's crazy.
At 18, though.
Crazy.
I would rather die, bro. I would rather die than to spend my life in prison.
Me too. Me too, but that's just me.
Children shot dead in our city. These horrific tragedies leave us empty. Life seems meaningless to those left behind. 9-year-old Sanaya Nicholson was the latest killed in the backseat of her mother's car. News 5's Amanda Van Allen was there moments after the little girl was killed. She spoke with Sanaya's father last night and today talked with her heartbroken mother.
During the court proceedings, all 7 suspects arrested in connection with the shooting were initially indicted on multiple charges, including aggravated murder, attempted murder, felonious assault, and other related counts. Many of those charges were later dropped when it was revealed that the bullet fired by Matizia Andrews, or CJ, directly resulted in the death of Sanaya Nicholson. As a result, Aaron, Bruin, and Devontae pleaded guilty to tampering with evidence and are still awaiting sentencing. Dyshawn Bonner, Damaris Perry, and Timothy Green, the individuals from the other group, pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter for their involvement in the shooting. They were sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Losing years of my life, but I can't give them back to Sanaya. If I could, I would. I'm sorry.
This makes me so sad.
If I can bring her back, I would too.
Spent years blaming myself for not dying in the car, but her dying. They didn't just kill her, they killed the other 2 as well. These 2 are no longer the same children that they were. I'm not the same mother that I was.
Matizia Andrews, who was initially charged with murder, reached a plea deal that dismissed the murder and attempted murder counts. In September 2020, Matizia Andrews was sentenced to a total of 22 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter and attempted felonious assault for his role in the death of Sanaya Nicholson.
R.I.P. Shania, R.I.P. Shania. Poor Shania did not deserve that. Bro, this was posted 3 weeks ago. And this channel usually does like updated stuff. So that means since 2018, those other people who still haven't gotten charged yet still don't have one. 8 years later. That's crazy. He only got 14 more years to do, I guess. If you like this type of video, comment, like, and subscribe so I could keep doing these. Subscribe so I know y'all rock with me how I rock with y'all. Bye.